Hello and welcome back, artists and designers. Today we are talking about shading this value and form worksheet. Our goal is to get some really nice soft rendered forms here with a soft shader brush, and I want to talk about some techniques for maintaining this kind of clean look and being able to stay in the lines relatively easily. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to jump over this 8.5 by 11 document. I'm going to go ahead and file and place embedded my worksheet here. So here it is, place that, and we will drop that in. It should come in the right size for us. And I'm going to go ahead and add a solid color adjustment layer here on the background so that we can kind of see the light value. So I'm going to go ahead and pick just kind of a light tan color, anything that's not quite white, it's not quite black, something a little bit darker so that we can see. I am going to make one more change here to our value and form worksheet, and that's going to be that we change this from a normal mode to multiply, and you'll kind of see the difference there a little bit. The line art gets a little bit darker, so I think that's going to work out a little bit better for us. So we'll go ahead and lock that layer just so that we don't accidentally work on it. We'll make a new layer over top, and we'll go from here. So here's what I want to talk about. We are working with basically a hard shader and soft shader, hard eraser, soft eraser, some basic brushes that we have here. So if I switch over and I work with this, I can kind of color in with this here, but I have to essentially stay in the lines for this. So you guys know that we could take and choose a selection like this. So I could go ahead and grab that selection, and then that's really nice with the soft shader. I can work really large with this, so if I switch over to black, I can kind of layer that in pretty quickly on this new layer. With about 5 or 6 passes, I'm able to get a pretty good transition of dark to light. I'll switch over to white, kind of come back the other way to get my highlights, again switch back. So this is pretty easy, but the thing is, as soon as we deselect this, Control D or Option D, we are no longer able to stay in the lines. If I try to continue to shade on this, you're going to see it just oversprays everywhere. So what I want to do here is talk about how do we deal with some of these other shapes where we can't necessarily just do the selection tool for it. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new layer, and I'm going to recommend for each one of these shapes we do a new layer. I'll call this layer Circle. And the way that we're going to want to do this is I'm going to grab this base fill brush, which is essentially 100% opacity, 100%, well, 80% flow. And it's going to come out really pretty solid right off the bat. I'm going to go ahead and fill this shape in. So what I'm doing is just essentially putting in my solid white, and I could take a perfectly round brush and fill this whole thing in pretty quickly as well, but I want you to practice managing your edges and your line work. So I'm just kind of working my way around this carefully. I have some smoothing on this brush to help me a little bit here. So I'm going to fill this in, and I'm going to kind of repeat this process with each shape, but I'm going to do one at a time to demo here for you. So I'll go ahead and finish this off, and I'm not going to do the cast shadow. I'll do that on a separate layer. And if I wasn't talking and working at the same time, I could probably do a slightly better job of this. But let's go ahead and hide the worksheet. And that's kind of what I got there. So you can see that my edges aren't perfect. I could go back and work on cleaning this up. But for the purpose of this video, I'll go ahead and move forward here with what I've got so far. So once I have my base shape, I'm going to go ahead and create a new layer right over top of that. And I'm going to call this layer Shading. And for this layer, I'm going to go ahead and use my soft shader brush. I'm going to switch over. And again, you want to follow the form here. We don't want to create stripes. These stripes are indicators for us where we should be changing our value. So I'm going to brush back and forth. But again, of course, you notice this is all going outside the bounds of the circle. And what's the point of this if I have this all spraying over everywhere here? So what I need to do with this layer is I need to make it a clipping mask. So I'm going to go over to this layer, I'm going to right click, and I'm going to do Create Clipping Mask. And you'll see that that locks that right in, and it uses that lower hard edge shape that we filled in as a stencil. So it's sticking to that shape right there, and that allows me to really kind of brush over this and not worry about staying in any of the lines. I can be really careful with this, or really kind of sloppy with this big soft shading brush like an airbrush and really layer this up and not worry at all. I can still go back to this bottom circle and I could kind of clean up some of these edges where I didn't quite get that properly drawn out there, and I could easily fix that up, no big deal. So let's clip and unclip this again, and I'll give you the shortcut. If you hold the Alt key or Option key, you can clip and unclip that layer so you can see what it looks like without the clipping mask and then when it clips. So the last part, I'm going to go down to the circle. Actually, I'm going to go to the layer under. I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to call this shadow, and this is going to be the actual cast shadow. So I think I'll use my hard shader for this, and I'm just going to go ahead and brush this out a little bit, make it a little bit bolder under here. This one's going to be a little bit more brush streaky, but that's okay. I can always clean it up a little bit. I could also use a selection and use the soft shader for it, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way because I think that'll be a pretty quick way to kind of get that looking okay. Maybe a quick little touch up with a soft eraser for this. Take my big soft eraser and just kind of gently soften that up, and that'll blend that in a little bit, and there we go. So I have those three basic layers. I have my base circle fill, I've got the clipping mask layer for shading, and then I have my shadow layer under it. So you could merge all of these layers together if you were happy with it. I'd want to clean that up first, but I would say at this point I'm going to take the top layer, I'm going to hold Shift, I'm going to click on that layer, and then all of those can zip up into a folder, and I'll call that sphere. So that is my first shape right there. You can turn that on and off, and that's got all three layers in it. So you're essentially going to repeat that process. If I hop over to this one here, you can see that I have the sphere right here. I've got the cone the same way. I've got my shading layer. I've got my base shape, and I have my cast shadow. So you're going to kind of repeat that process as you move through the worksheet. I'll show you one more thing here before I move on and wrap up the video. I'm going to use the cone as an example. So I'm going to start with my base shape on the cone again. I'll pick my base fill brush, this hard kind of flat shader. And I'm not saying you can't use a selection at all. You know, use these tools when you can. I'm going to go ahead and kind of get that defined on the bottom. But the thing is, you're not always going to have the perfect worksheet to go from. You're going to have to freehand draw things on occasion. So if I get that nice bottom curve, I'm going to actually use the polygonal lasso tool right here. And if I have that selected, I can essentially click, get that straight line for the edge, click down here. I'm not too worried about the bottom, and then I go up here, so I'm just tapping to close that off, get that locked in, and then I take my brush. I can go really big with this, and I can quickly kind of fill that area in and get that solid shape done on there. So use the selection tools when you can, but when you have to freehand draw something, it's good to know how to do that. So practice with your freehand drawing skills with some of those other shapes. Get those base fills in, add a new layer over top, set that layer to be a clipping mask, use that soft shader, and you are, well, flip it over to black. Here we go. And then you are going to be good to go. So practice that skill set. I look forward to seeing what you create here. If you got any questions, throw them for me in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.